everybody, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to create these stories. Style at Home just did. I just got interviewed by Style at Home. Yeah, that was like, wow, finally. They wanted. Like, come on, give me a magazine. Okay? I want something glossy. Okay? I'm quoted in newspapers and publications. I'm staging now. And like, I just want people to know what my favorite color is. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to know what my favorite colors are I stage with. So this is when I'm going to invite each and every one of you to join my war on beige. Okay? Straight taupe from our lingo, our jargon. Okay? No more. No more. There are off-white neutrals, Benjamin Moore off-whites that I stage with, that have a lot more character, that are neutral, and give you some range to get, you know, a little sexy with, right? And that's basically, I was like, wow, you're going to interview me for that? Okay. So I do the interview, and of course, my brand, part of my brand is I step outside. I kind of do things a little differently. I kind of step outside the box. I'm not afraid to take risks. You know, I'm not afraid to be a little controversial with my staging. And so I even went as far as to suggest a color, right? That you might possibly stage within the master bedroom, right? And they were like, oh, wow, the other stages we've interviewed, you know, it's just all neutrals. You know, we need a little color on the page, and I'm like, well, I'll be that color. I'll do it. So we did the story. Now, when it comes out, at whatever day, am I going to sit around with my girlfriends and you know, be all giddy that I'm in Style at Home?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. But what am I going to do with it? I've just created an asset. And just so you know, I created that asset because the blogger for Style at Home didn't even watch the show.
Yeah.
It was my activity on my networks, being an expert on my networks and Twittering and Facebooking and being a part of the community, speaking with all of you, that caught her attention. So all that work on my networks, I'm like, okay, that's why I spent all this time on the internet building them. You know what I mean? Because it can suck you in and waste your time. You thought I would try to avoid that pitfall. But all of a sudden, I'm like, wow. So it wasn't about the show. She was like, no, I found out that you were on the show, so that was great, but we just want to interview stages, and I'm like, perfect. So I'm going to take that interview and Style at Home. And what am I going to do with it? Distribute it to my networks. I'm going to Twitter it, I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to point out and do my own little blogging about off-white paint selection, which we can all talk about after. We can all share our favorite little chips. Because I do have a favorite, right? I do have a favorite. And I'm going to post it to my networks. Now here's the good thing. In about 4 months from now, when let's say I have nothing else to write about, and I haven't created another story, the beauty of online social networking is that you can take your assets and distribute them over and over and over and over and over and over.